it's kind of a small game, but when I say small, I mean like not much to it. But at the same time, there's a good deal of it. Yeah, I think it's because of the whole pricing system and all the extra
Yeah.
in the selling, what you call it, skins and all that.
Yep, yep,
And
yep.
you get all these small hitbox registrations. Yeah, that's a
I
good
can't
deal.
wait to see your nut skull.
Yeah.
I think you could actually scored this too.
Yeah,
Just mechanically.
if I got the flick right.
Yeah, it was like
It'd be
just
better if
hitting
I
the
could
ball a
actually.
little bit too hard here. You got that part, and that was like
Mhm.
fine. And then we just needed to come around a little bit further around this side, and then scoop under it so that it gets on top of our head, and then we flick it.
Mhm.
Here's interesting because we don't have any boost, and that guy took our boost. But I think it's okay to rotate around this way and stay like kind of
Mhm.
midfield and pick up boost pads along this way.
Yeah.
Because going here, you relieve all the pressure. Your team scores anyway, but imagine that ball
Yeah,
gets
that was
put off
around.
to either side, right? And then we're all the way back, and we can't keep pressing them. And we
I
don't need
think
much
with
boost to do that. We just need, and we can collect a bunch of boost on the way anyway.
mhm. These games were like the games we was playing. This is 6 mans, by the way.
Oh, it's 6 man. It's not even ranked.
Yeah.
So you have
Nah,
comms
and
going
serious.
on.
Yeah. And when we was playing, it was so weird because like it was. I think they come back to get two, and I think it went to. I can't talk. They went up to three against us, and then towards the last seconds, we made a nutty goal
Mm-hmm. I
to
think
tie it up. It was pretty decent.
here I see you moving forward, and I think like it's fine to like kind of press up here, but like to stay in the middle. What is it? So like if the ball comes in the middle and you're on this side, right? You can quickly swing back in and then like take a shot anyway, right? And they're in
Mhm.
such an awkward position that it's not really going to matter too much, and you'll keep it in play. But if it goes like, let's say someone in this net like got a lot of height really quickly, or got a deflection off to this side, then you being on this side allows you to like cover that zone a lot quicker and immediately put it back in so that this guy can rotate in now over
Mhm.
here, and then when this guy will be getting back out into net, and then you'll be coming down, and then you'll be rotating. So it'll be like, you get constant rotations in if you take a wider route. And the reason you choose
Mhm.
the right side instead of the left is because your teammate is on the left, and he doesn't need much boost to help out with a deflection back into the mid. Like if this ball gets knocked over slightly, then he can just go back in and put it mid, and then you're mid, right? You can just rotate into
Mhm.
that side. But if the ball, like, let's say, gets pinched out and out way over here, it won't really matter too much whether you're on this side or this side, because you're going to get to the ball first anyway. And they're not going to be set up in a quick counterattack position from that.
Mhm.
Uh, oh, what the heck? Sorry. Jordan's like being like weird. I don't know if you know Plum's friend Jordan, but
Mm,
yeah. Anyway.
not sure. Probably not.
Cool. So yeah, just take a wider stance, because if it goes mid and over your head, it's gonna be hard to like put it back inside. And
Mhm.
then if you're on the outside and it goes mid and high, then it's whatever. And if it goes to the right and high, you can go up the wall. So you just give yourself more options. I don't know what your teammate's doing. Yeah. That's good. That was a good 50 by you. Keep it low when he's coming from the outside like that. I thought he was definitely going to bring that inside, but good job setting your car up to get a 50 still.
Thank you.
Ooh, a drop. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. Your teammate fucked up real bad, but it's a way, like, that's a way better hit, and it allows you to get back faster that way. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Good job, shout.
Don't pay no attention. We'll just act like that
We
never
don't talk
happened.
about that.
Yeah, that never happened. No worries. Just a minor mistake.
We used a lot of boost in that spot, and if we had landed a little like more squarely, we could have had more momentum and used less boost than that. Good job backing off before the 50 happened, because you're not sure where it's gonna go. Good job getting it over that guy's head. Taking their boost, because you don't have any other place to do right now. Oh shit. You savage.
Yeah.
Almost got the bump.
Tried.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that happened once
Yeah.
more. I take too high of a turn.
It was, yeah, just pressing up a little bit too hard when you're third man back, though. Too.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Just
Yeah, I
the
wasn't
general
thinking.
concept. What a banger by your teammate.
Yep.
Okay, we're pushing up a little too hard again, but... Oh, it almost worked. Close. We need to take their boost. That's good.
Yeah.
Aw, damn, if your teammate knew you're passing him mid, he could have swung in and got a counterattack right there. There, we should have, this is kind of hard, because, right here, we don't get the demo, and it looked like you could have got the demo, too. It's just like, I don't know. But going up the wall would probably be better, since you already have a teammate on the ground in that same position, and he's going to be up anyway. And it sets up for the next play going on. Oh my god, that guy hit it right into you.
Yep.
Puts your teammate in kind of an awkward spot, though.
Yeah, he didn't have much boost there.
Right. But just going back here instead. Your teammate gets a deflection, you try to go for the demo, that doesn't work out. And so, one of the things I'd be worried about is like the ball hitting like this corner part and then it moving across here. And so then you can go up the wall immediately to counterattack that, but that's not what happens. So it goes off the wall and out here. And since you're backwards here and your teammate just came off of this kind of hit, he's the one that's going to oppress, or not oppress, going to attack this ball. I don't know what word I was thinking of. But, yeah, sure.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you said hold up. Sorry.
No, I said, oh, my bad.
Oh, no. And so it would be his ball anyway because we saw him do the landing over there to the left. And so going up the wall here makes the most sense to cover any play that this guy doesn't cover or that they put up high. And then also, if you're positioned in a way that's over on this side facing this way, and your teammate is faced in like a direction that's over here, you can actually cover more of the net that they can't because... Say it goes top corner, right? You can actually boost into this and save that ball too. So you not only can you cover the backboard, and if the ball goes out to one of these sides and it goes along the wall, and then you can cover these zones as well. And which means as well that you can cover up to, I think it's around here, these zones, right? Because here it's going to be a little bit too far out. For you to cover, unless I think you have 100 or close to. You had high boost. Let me see.
Yeah.
Arvo, you had 67. Yeah, you had a lot to go for it anyway. Shoot, where did I have you? Right there. There we go.
Yep.
And it would have been.
That's close enough.
There you go.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. You can also, with the bounces, cover like this area. So you cover a lot of zones by just going on the wall here. Can I go all the way back? Cool. Your teammate doesn't get it. And then you jump up, and then you get a hit, but it's not the most ideal hit for your teammate either. And so we're just pre-jumping and hoping it works out, and it worked out. But I don't think we want to rely on hoping it works out. Oh, damn, your teammate is like me. decent recovery until like the clip at the wall. You can also implement the. I don't know if you were here. I don't know, and I don't know if you do this, but let's see. Jump up for it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Actually, it's just hitting the lip. I was thinking of something else. I'll go over it if I, see you go for an upside down on the
Save.
upside down save, and then going into a wave dash.
Oh, yeah. Usually if I'm in go and I end up having to do that, I usually wave dash from their go. When I go for it, I usually if I end up probably shooting it from a ground ball and end up going through their goal and then wave dash out. I usually do that.
Yeah, I like this play from you. It was just like slightly misexecuted because it hits that top part right there and it starts going down. If you got like a little bit more head on of a hit and it would have gone flatter, it would have more power in going across. But yeah, that was the right play, is to hit it mid rather than trying to put it back onto net, which I see a lot of players do. Oh, that's down.
I was trying to wait to get that underside touch, and then it was going really slow. I'm muting myself.
Okay. So yeah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up here, and then like touch the ball slightly, is I think what you meant, and then like for it to go up with you slightly so that you could control it better. I think that's what you were talking about on that particular play, and that just didn't work out. The thing was you didn't need to jump though, at all. You could just you had a couple options. One is wait for the ball like to bounce off the wall first, and then you jump and hit it off, or two, you don't jump at all. You like keep it against you, and that way that you can jump at a later time to meet the ball up in the air and then hit it out. And like I would like you to just like hit it directly out all the way this way, because there's no one on this side over here, and you can see that whole side of the field as well.
Yeah.
Teammate's got kind of a shitty spot. You can help him out. Aw, damn. if you can tell him that you got it, this would be great, because you can see this guy and like how much he's oppressing right here.
Yeah.
And you have like a clear out to like, you don't want it against the wall, right? Because your teammate's on the wall, but the thing is he's covered by this guy and this guy. It's like double coverage. And so if you do put it against the wall, they have an easy clear back into your side. And so then you've bought your teammate time, but you have the potential for a counterattack. So where would you like, you would end up, really there's only one other way that you put this, and it's booming it, but to the midfield instead.
Yeah.
By doing an air roll like hit.
Yeah, I think the touch I was gonna get though, if he didn't, it was probably to their corner boost there. Not exactly on wall, but like going towards it.
Also here, you could have half flipped here too.
And yeah.
Then, you'd be facing forward, and you'd be able to boost into this ball, and then you'd be able to take it away from Smashton.
I'm still working on it. Every time I get a chance, I do my half flips, but I do my half flips during kickoffs, and it usually works out. But sometimes it just doesn't flip like I wanted to. Very occasionally.
So here we should be pathing towards boosts. It's a risky play, but you beat that guy out. Like you were confident going in. It just took a little bit of time for us to react to that play, though. You'd be telling your teammate you have a double. This is a good placement on the double as well. So close. Yeah, we could have flicked it out a little bit just to get it higher, though, instead of flipped into it to get it a little higher. Aw, misexecuted. I think that's an okay play to go for. Just because if you smack it into them, it's going to deflect really hard off of them, and it might put them still in a bad spot, but by taking it up there like that, you can confuse the defense and your teammates make a good play. And you can get a more ideal 50 as well, to put it like softly mid for your team, or softly to the side, depending on where they're positioned. But it's a lot harder to execute than just shooting on net, so that too. We could be getting under this a lot more. Because we just boost forward instead of up, and then we swing up like this, and then when we hit it with like forward and upward momentum when we hit this spot of the ball, and so then that will hit across. And depending on what kind of hit you want, I would like this this kind of hit, like against like this part of the wall, because if you do smack that, then it goes out mid, but it comes off the wall, so it's a little bit harder for the defense to read it and get a good hit on it. And then also the goalie is gonna have a virtually non-existent hit. But this goes down, and then they play it really awkwardly. Good job focusing on like the next part of the play too. Good job switching to the wall. Because now, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, imagine if like this was a couple months ago. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if this was a couple months ago now. Once the replay unfreezes. You can imagine what peril your team would be in if you mindlessly went into net, because your teammate just landed on that. Your other teammate rotates into net, and now imagine if you were in net too, and that ball goes above you guys. It's like, oh shoot. Even though there wasn't any danger because they're not shooting, it's like, oh shoot, how am I gonna get a good hit on this to put pressure on them? Good demo. Good job checking to see if your teammate's there. Good job. Oh, nuts, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Nice job. Good recovery.
Thanks.
Yeah, you played a lot smarter in this game. I mean, granted, you gave them 2 of their goals.
Toxic much? I'm kidding.
Right. You gave them this goal.
Yeah.
And then it
team plays right there. That's a real teamwork.
Teamwork. And then the other play, was it here? Oh yeah, this one too, pushing up his third man.
Too much.
And then this one right here with the missed touch on the ball. So there's still like stuff you need to work on, and I think that's it's kind of mechanics and also decision making. Like, you could have made different decisions and this would have not happened in the first place, but then the decisions you were making were almost right if like you did something differently, like on this one.
Yeah. Well, I was playing those. I was gonna jump, but I noticed nobody was there to push me.
And so you wanted
so I
to
was just going to try and see if it. Yeah. So I was going to see if I can get on the right side of it, kind of, and let it just kind of slide off my car to the corner. That way I can get boost. Which I think is
fine, because you're totally right on that decision, where if you do catch this, if we slow our car down instead and push this off to the side and then take it around like that. The only thing is we have 52 boosts, so by the time we come around on this play, we'll have to path towards this middle boost, and we're not going to have much boost going on, so Ashes could push up against us and get a decent 50. So the play
I was trying to get I was trying to get it to go to my left. So that way, it's so because they're all set on their side to the right,
and like that, or like that.
No, yeah, that way.
This way, okay.
Yep, that way, and because it'll be away from them, and it gives. I already see Z. I think it was. He's close to rotating towards coming back, and then it also gives TV the time also to rotate also.
That's a good point too on Z, like hitting it off to the side. The only reason that I guess if we had turned our car differently then, right, like off to this side instead of off.
I had slowed up. Yeah, I slowed up way too much. So when I slowed a slightly bit of less slowing down, and I think I'd have been able to kind of do what I wanted.
It could work too. I think Z has no boost, so but he could help with the play. He'll get the 100 too. So.
Yeah. So if with that being the case, I could have took it up this this wall right in front of him, and then he'd probably be up on wall maybe.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
And I can just send it out to him.
Yeah, you had a couple options there, and just unfortunate that It
Yeah,
was like in the middle.
unfortunately.
You were like in between thoughts, maybe. Then
Yeah,
of like,
definitely. That's exactly what it is. I'm always in between thoughts.
this one was purely decision making on that because your two teammates are pushed up, and Wally gets past.
Yeah.
And then over here, especially, this was like this was like half decision making, half mechanics, where it was like,
See,
yeah,
for
oh yeah,
this,
you were
it was going.
gone, yeah,
It had a good speed to it at first. When it's coming to wall, then it suddenly kind of slowed down a lot more. It slowed
mm-hmm.
down a lot more than I expected because I was going to just clear it off the backboard for that power clear across mid to
Yeah.
and give it to TV, and he'll probably have been able to do some whatever.
You wanted to go across mid like here, and then for TV to come in, or
Yeah,
Jer to come
he
in
can
and
take
cut
it
it
and
across.
knock
Yeah,
it
that could
into
work.
their corner
Yeah.
because there'd be a two at that point. It would be a 2v1 because I'm sure
As long as
it's easy
Jer
to push
has
them forward.
boost, and I'm not sure if Jer has boost right now. What do you have? He has
18.
18, and so if this ball goes high and mid, he loses this. And the only reason
Yeah.
I thought that like he might not have boost is because he was on this play right here, right? Yeah. So he took it around and he was trying to push it, and then he doesn't get it
Just
there.
miss.
And then even so, like he's moving up the field still, and so I think he's looking for boost right now and not the ball.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah.
But I do think that would buy your team like more time is like pushing it over because Wally's here, and if we can get this ball like out to this side and like boom it, you can like it's kind of hard. Z would have to know that you're doing that and then could follow up on that play and meet it before Ashes or Wally could.
Yeah. It's just because
And then another
somebody's
thing though, like you didn't, it wasn't totally over though because you had the clear, but then the catch was like also a possibility where you let it hit off your car right here, and it bounces up slightly and goes off to the side, but you stay on the wall, right? And then you can stick onto the wall, and then watch what Wally's doing, and then go for the next play on it. Um,
hmm
and it'll bounce off. You boost slightly. You turn your car, boost slightly into it, right? And then flip into whatever direction you want.
hmm
And you watch Wally the whole time. The only thing limiting you and why it's not the most ideal play is because you have 17 boosts, so the clear is working best. But once you get to this point that you're at, it wasn't over until like the jump right here.
Yeah.
I
hmm
think that was another like in between thoughts kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how the ball went. I was really hoping I was going to get that clear across, just clean it, the power hit across the mid. And then when it slowed down, I also thought I was like, oh wow, it's not gonna work, and it's not gonna go as far as to pass Wally. So when I noticed that, I was gonna try and see if I was trying to see if I can control it and get a second hit to at least push it further to put
Mm-hmm.
Wally at a at least awkward angle to hit where he really couldn't put it on goal.
Right,
While
exactly. Because Wally's the
while we
biggest threat in this spot right now, right?
hmm
And if we had jumped into this earlier too, it was like there were so many different options that we could have done, and we were stuck in between all of them. Where it was
If I
like,
read it, if I read it better, I would have got more power, and I would definitely would have knocked it over to our left second boost up the way.
yeah, yeah, really anywhere on this side is good. We're gonna coloring it in. Once it gets past here, that's when Ashes can really like take control of the play.
I'm gonna tell him that I forgot I had something else going on this Saturday.
Okay.
But yeah, dude. Compared to, I mean, it looks more like low GC gameplay because like these things
Mhm.
happen, like in
Mhm.
games a lot. Like, it's just it depends on how often like the goals these things happen in your games that determines whether you stay at low
Mhm.
GC or um can move up. Like if you can handle like all the other decision making that you're doing in the middle and keep that consistent and then eliminate these, then you turn these games into 4-0 games
Yep.
instead of 4-3 into overtime. And that's like the difference in people who understand the game a lot better and then like can make these decisions pretty confidently, especially what was it? It was this decision and this decision right here, where it was like stuck in the middle. You were like making half choices, and then it led to goals. And then
Yep.
on this one, it was a full commit. So if we can get rid of the half decisions, even like being just more confident up in the air, then this game turns into a 4-1 game,
Mm-hmm.
which is, or well, really 3-1 because it went into overtime, right? So it would have been
Yeah.
3-0 with no mistakes on that result in goals. And then it would have been 3-1 if you eliminate the half mistakes, which I think is pretty common amongst people because you're like, oh, which decision's right? Either one could work, you know, and then you have too many decisions and you split yourself between the decisions because you want to do both at the same time, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then, bam,
Oh, here.
it's over.
Hold on, let me check out this other. It's a twos game, but I'm gonna show you anyway. It's you can end your video now though.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, I can
But
include the other video, too. Like,
it's
in,
of me and Mizu in
yeah.
doubles.
Do you want me to, I can upload that, too. Like,
All
as
right.
one video, you know?
Okay.
Because my content's already, like, hour-long stuff anyway.
Okay. Mizu twos. Here we are. This was the 30th at 8:17. Mm, see. 29. I wish the names would be the same and then you go to the files. 30. And I wish I put it in a freaking specific order. 30, 8:17. Here you are. Just sent it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, change replay. Mizu 2s.
Yeah. He's more experienced with too than I am. And I don't really play as much as he does. Probably. So
Yeah,
I'll
here
just
we
kinda-
push it up too hard. Mizu scores the goal and all, but like if what's his name, whoever this is, popped it
It's the
down a little
bang.
bit closer, he could get a bang over your head, and then you guys are on the back foot. So gotta be aware of that. But if he kicks it off a little bit too hard, and Mizu reads him really well. Also, we could have got the 100 boost that was on that side over there, but it's okay. I think you could have relocked ball cam on. You need to drift a lot more though, so you can turn tighter into positions. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there was a lot of things we could have done though. So it kind of like starts off from here. Well, it really starts off from like here, I think. Like here, what we could do to set up for like I think a cleaner play is that because there's no one on this side of the field, we can actually just kick this against the wall. So jump up and then flip into it that way, right? And maybe rotate our car a little bit to make this ball go like up that sidewall, and we'll have the momentum going from our flip over here. And then we land with our car facing forward this way, and we go up the wall with it, and then we can get a pass out to Mizu there. Only in the reason I say like if we can simplify the play a lot more is because there's no one on this side. Because if once there's someone like ready to challenge up this wall, then it's dangerous. And actually, like if they play the 50 correct and Mizu's not in the right position, then you know it could end up working against us. Here's fine though; it's not the end of the world. You get it past what's his name, and then here we could have landed sideways and be drifting into this to keep up our momentum, and so we would be facing forward this way, but our direction. So I would there we go. Our direction is facing this way, right? But we're sliding with momentum this way. And so then we can boost into this at the same time if our binds are correct. And then, then we can boost into it and take it up the wall here, and it gets it past what's his name. And even if it doesn't allow him a good hit. But I think, like, none of that really mattered. Because you jumped into it, and so you land on it anyway. Like, either one works. It's the same thing, but I think you would have had a cleaner hit up the wall that way. And then here, though, once that guy's out of position, we can put ball cam back on.
I was going off for it. I wasn't sure how the camera react to being so close already.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
And I've been trying to be able to kind of read the ball more on free cam anyway.
I mean, that could be like the case too. The only reason I say put ball cam on is because it'll lock you on. It, like, despite where the camera moves, like with regard to your like car to the ball, is that it locks onto the ball, and the way that the camera would be positioned is more like at height level. But here we're facing upwards, up in the air, rather than to the side. And so we're trying to read going into the ball to the side from an upward angle, which makes it really awkward. But if we're reading the ball from the side and we're going to the side, it's a lot more straightforward, and that's why.
Okay.
And that camera will eventually position itself to be sideways as well. It will rotate around, but...
I thought Mizo was actually going to push for that because it was so open. But he ended up...
yeah, he went back. He doesn't know how that 50 is going to go. And then he shouldn't be going for this, though. Like, that's like... I don't know in what world he wins that, but... He goes here, and then... He was trying to lightly touch it off to the side, and he doesn't do it.
Yep, he thought he was going to get that touch with Leo.
You saw that he wasn't going, so you knock it over his head.
Yeah.
Oh, that was dangerous to bring it inside. Oh, Mizu.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to... Can you actually examine it? Because I couldn't figure out how to get out of that position. Because I didn't want to just... I wasn't sure if I should have just... I wasn't sure if I should have just banged it like across left. Or...
Yeah, so what you could do here instead is like boost into this. Like, so here you should be backing off already, right? So I'll try to map out what would happen. So here you're not going to get a good hit, and you don't want a 50 with him because that, one, your teammate could be pushing. If he isn't pushing, then it'll be harder to read, and you'll be bringing it mid if like he stays on this side of the ball and then you come in like that, and then the pinch will make it go out like in like this kind of cone area. And so it just puts you on defense faster, really. But oh shoot, what did I do? Oh, right bumper recenters you like that? I didn't realize that. That's cool. So yeah, so right, like you want to boost away and you want to start rotating back in, right? And so you'll be like positioned further because you're trying to wrap around and show your teammate too with like car language is what I call it, where like you back off and you go up the wall a little bit higher just to let him know that you're clearing out of the way and he has full like leverage to go for it, or full space to go for it. Because if you're hovering it, sometimes teammates like aren't sure what you're going to do, and if they're overthinking things, then they'll think, oh wait, he could be trying to challenge it, so I'm going to like back off and kind of move over to the right, because if he challenges it, the challenge is going to the right and it's no longer going forward, so I'm going to play off of that. But if you just back off a little bit cleaner and like allow him a lot of space to make his play, then he'll go up with more confidence and try to like block it and stuff. But Amizu gets duped here, and so with doing what I'm saying is like providing more space for him and giving more room, is that you'll actually be moving your car like more forward, and like you'll be coming back down the wall this way. Now what that allows you to do on this next play is that because you'll be more forward and front side, you can actually wrap around this ball. Like you could be around this ball here and then be wrapping down this way and then be back flipping. And the reason why back flipping works here, especially in this particular spot, is one, it knocks the ball up the wall over to the side, right, where it's like less threatening. Two, even though you backflip, because you'll have so much forward momentum, your car's still going to go forward, but it's going to go slowly forward. And so you're going to kill your momentum here, but you're still going to go into the boost pad. So you get 100 anyway, right? And then 2, you backflip, you kill your momentum, and then you can go back up the wall, while Mizu can go around for whatever play he needs to go for, too. So it has to be kind of pre-planned, and it's all from the natural concept of moving, like giving your teammates space, and then trying to get back on defense as much as possible. After that point, though, then here, bringing it mid is kind of dangerous. I think you can just let him do his thing, right? So you get the 100, and you can boost back, right? And like get yourself into a better position than this, because imagine now Bakaru comes in at you and then 50s with you on this, or does something, you know, and then pinches it towards the side. Like, you don't want to pinch it towards your goal, because that's how open nets.
That's why I backed off of that. That's why I didn't give him the challenge. Man. I already know how that ends up. I know that way too well.
You've seen that before, so that's why, like, it's important for people to get experience in the game. It's not just like coaching, but then actually playing the game, because then you see this kind of play happen a million times where you bring this in and then he pinches it with you and it's a goal. But you can actually let this ball bounce off that wall here, and you can boost back to get around the ball quicker, so that if he tries to 50 you, you can put your car in front of it at least, and you can position it better. And you want that 50 to go up the... Oops, shoot. You want that 50 to go up the wall anyway, up here, so... And kill his play going forward. Ends up working, though, because he gets confused. And here where he started pushing it forward again, because Bakaru could have made a play on that. You saw him going back, so you can challenge that just fine. I don't know if that bump was intentional, but...
No. He just happened to be there.
That's an unfortunate landing.
Oh, yeah.
I think here's fine. You can flip into the ball, though, as well. Like, into here. Did you use a double jump?
Yeah.
I think you used a double jump.
Sure. Him or me?
Yeah, you used a double jump. That's what it was.
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't need to either.
Yeah.
That would have put it harder into the corner. And the reason why that touch, like, it's so important is because you can't really help the landing anymore at this point, is the thing. Like, once you committed to the double jump and hit the ball this way. What you could be doing, and it might help, but I'm not sure exactly how your car would react to this, is that you could rotate your car. So, like, imagine rotating your car this way, right? Air rolling that way.
Yeah.
And then also turning your car from here to here, right? And so you can imagine your car will be rotated on its side, and you'll be facing this way instead, right? And you'll hit the ball, and your car, because you were moving your car that way and you hit the ball into it, you'll have momentum going this way, and so the hit that happens to you won't knock you to the side as hard. So you notice, see, your car gets just launched over and it's facing backwards now. But if you were turning your car into the ball, then it would get knocked, but you would be probably facing sideways now. Instead of backwards. And let's see how much you were able to rotate your car. Not much, but you'd still have like a cleaner landing. It wouldn't be a clean landing, but you'd still have a cleaner landing, and you could contest it. I was just pushing up too far forward. Almost got the half flip. And we could have pressed that a little quicker too to get that away. Because Jexter takes his time here. And then you can actually attack that and then put it up. And you want to put it, you want to put it here, because that will put it against the wall and then out to the side. But it'll actually be off the wall too. And so when you hit it against there, and the kind of hit I'd like you to go for too is kind of like a double jump, where you put your car against the ball on this side and it pinches up out that way, and you'll land your car directly on the wall, and so you can boost up into it and get the next play going. It just fits Mizu in kind of an awkward spot though. Instead of using that little boost, we could have like flipped instead, because Mizu wasn't going to make a play. Good bump.
Yep.
See, that ball now turns into a 50, and it leads into a goal, because Jexter's put into an awkward spot. This like bump is really important. because instead of Jexter being or Bakuro being able to read this, is this the same Bakuro that was in your 6-mans?
That's a good question. I have no
I
clue.
think he was like we called him TV in your last game. Yeah,
I did call him TV. Wow, that is weird.
That's so funny.
It is.
So the bump was really important though.
Mm-hmm.
Mizu needs to not do that. Where is he? There he is. He's gonna have to like smack this as hard as he can. He can lightly touch that off the wall to like pop it out and then boost into it and push it mid for you.
Mm-hmm.
I said he gives them possession. Except Jexter's bad. Because he didn't play the wall. Good boost pathing. Oh, Mizu got an extra touch. I think the play was fine because he puts it mid, and then you actually beat all these people, and you can get like a really hard shot. And if you angle your car right, you'd want to turn your car a little bit this way, and then you right flip into it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, you can get a shot on net actually. But then he gets that extra touch, and it puts both of you in a very bad spot. That's fine for you to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're pushing him way too hard. He could have got a really hard hit on this. Once Mizu fucks up
I think that's because Mizu when we was playing, he kept talking about we need to like his I forgot what was going on, but the way he was talking, it was just making me like what the hell you want me to do, almost like because he was talking about he wants to move fast and all that, but in playing 2 is how I usually play it. I do 1 man up, and I usually kind of sit back for safety net. So when I see him rotate, then I push him. But the way he was talking, it was just kind of making me edgy and push forward a little bit. But that was only happening in 2 though.
That way, you can
So
let
it was someone put in
Mizu
space.
hit this one actually too. I think you wanted to save that, and like the one thing is that the Mizu's heading back, and he's going to jump up for it either way. So like this one, it's like a quick reaction, right? And you might have reacted to it before you knew Mizu was really in that position, or whether he could save it or not. But because the ball got hit so low, and I'm not sure how on net this is, but I guess it is on net, but it's pretty savable. And if he hits it off to the side, it allows you to stay grounded and have more boost, right? 2, the ball gets put in a safe position either way, like because if you hit it to the left, Mizu's gonna jump for it anyway. So the ball gets hit to the left, Jexter goes up and then hits it back in your zone, and now Mizu has less boost and he's on this side recovering, and you're on this side recovering. That's why. If the ball gets hit up high from your hit, then both of you are out of position to save it, but Jexter just reacts like a sloth right now and doesn't get to the ball. If you allow Mizu to hit it over to the right though and you stay grounded, then the ball goes up into the same position that it would be over here, except we have forward momentum on this side and we're closer to this side, so we can actually have a better contest, and then you can also set up for the next defensive play. But I think that comes down to you guys also communicating, because it looks like that you guys were confused here.
Yeah, he didn't say anything there, and when I was looking, it didn't look like he was turning to get back to it.
And the reason I talk about all that too is because you took like a half second to read it as well, and
because
yeah,
I would have challenged earlier, but I wasn't sure if I was figuring Mizu would go for it, but on my screen it just shows him just going straight back with no hesitation or no information of him turning around, and I didn't want to switch my cam to him and then try and get back, because if he wasn't actually going for it, then I lost a split second that could have been a goal.
This is an interesting
that would have been goal for them at least. I mean.
Here, you just want to play back. You don't want to go up the wall here unless this guy pushes it against the wall for whatever reason. Then he'd be smacking it right into you, and you'd be able to recover anyway. But I would have liked this
That should have
instead
been a goal.
for you to just go back. Right here.
That should have
right?
been goal for them.
Yeah. So once you see the ball go up here and you see that he has possession of the ball and he's gonna get to it before you, you can actually just swing out and play defensive out here instead, and then just like kind of go back to your net and let him do his thing, whatever it is. If he takes it slow, Mizu can like try to cut it off. If he takes it out mid, then the mid pass is gonna have to go really forward for it to be a decent shot on net. And if you're heading back this way anyway, right, and that ball gets hit forward to you, you can actually do a drift turn and jump up, double jump, fast aerial, and cut the pass off really quickly. If he gets the pass to mid, one, Jexter's way too far pushed up to get a decent shot, but even if he wasn't, like let's say he was back here and he got a shot on net and you were going back here, then his shot's not going to be really on. Like he'd have to put it backboard basically to make it threatening. And then if it goes backboard, you can double jump up and read the backboard hit mid. So just all these things kind of. No boost. Is that 100 up? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that 100 was up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Good job. Almost on. I think either works. If really Mizu should be turning on this too.
I was thinking he would, but
I'm pretty sure he misses the boost pad that's in that corner. Though I'm not sure if it's actually up. Yeah, it is up. He can hit the boost pad because he knows you're up, and then if you hit it more high and up mid to him, he can jump up for it. You're gonna land on the wall and you can get back anyway. You'll land like that. You can jump off, wave dash, and you'll be already second man back. And Mizu can go up for the next play. You could pass towards the boost still on this. You were like so focused on the demo that you can just get the boost, right? Oh, whoops, wrong tool. You can get the boost and then swing back into him with that new boost you have. You can cut that off instead. You don't need boost. Well, like a couple things. One, if the guy that's coming in over here charges this, he'll put it on net and it's a goal, right? Two, the reason why it's okay to just like forget about this boost is because after you hit this ball, right, and it comes off the wall down here, and you hit it off to the side and it goes here, you'll have forward momentum going this way, and then you can collect this new boost that's on this side, and then make the next play going on. Three, because the person's on this side of the field as well, that if he does go to this side, because the ball's gonna have momentum going here, it's gonna take him a little while to catch up to the ball. And so it buys your team time too. Mizu time, I guess. But now we're playing goalie with 0 boost. Oh, so close to the boost. It could have been maybe a goal if we played that right. It's a little aggressive of a turn.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where he was. I thought
what you can do is you can boost into your drift as well. Like that, and boost, and you'll have like the momentum quickly propelling you forward. And then you can flip into this and knock it off to the side, and you'll have the forward momentum this way. And if it goes past Bakaru, whatever, he has to chase it down this way, and it buys your team some more time as well to set up a play. And you can harass Jexter as well. But allowing him to shoot like that, if that was bottom right corner, Mizu probably wouldn't have saved that. He's reacting slow again. This is like me when I'm having like one of those days where I just feel awful about my gameplay. It's where like I don't make decisions quick enough. Like I know what to do, but it's just like never plays out because I'm unsure of when to do it, or how much time I have to do it, or whether I can do it.
I probably won't be playing twos. because it's kind of like another friend of mine that I used to play with, and when they start losing or feeling like they're about to lose, they get all antsy and start talking and telling me what to do too much, and then I kind of stop. And then I start doing stupid stuff that I feel like that shouldn't be done. But I do it only just, I don't know, because they're pressuring me, and I don't know. I just end up doing stupid stuff
Yeah.
because
Usually
their
wants to win.
mood, the way their mood there is. I understand that, but once you start putting that added pressure on me, I'm more likely
Right.
to fuck up.
Yeah, like what is he do? Like what is he doing?
Yeah, he already knew he messed up. I wanted that goal so bad.
I want to see from his perspective. He got that boost and then turned into it and then kept going into it even though he saw you. Like,
Yeah.
and you had momentum going into it, but he still wanted to chase it down.
Yeah. If I had that extra little boost, I would have got that for sure.
I think like we lost a lot of boost on the earlier play here, though.
Probably.
Right here. So we go up with it. And we're trying to catch up to the ball now, and we lost all our momentum, right?
Yeah,
So we had to
yeah,
use
that's
a
what I
shit ton of
mean.
boost. Oh, that's what you
Yeah,
mean.
that's what I mean. If he wasn't there, if he wasn't in that position, I would have been able to keep up with the ball to have the extra boost to actually get that touch.
But luckily the counterattack was strong enough, and they were mispositioned enough and bad enough to not be able to retaliate on that mess up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ended up having a huge window to score. Almost got that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was trying to pass it really, but
Yeah, that looked like you were trying to pass it, and then yeah, that is a forfeit.
I was like, oh, all right.
That works. I mean, we could have got a little bit under the ball to put it up mid. I mean, either way, it's a shot and it's a goal. Like, if you did that on purpose, like, because you could, because of how mispositioned Dexter is, and he can't make a save anymore. But against someone who positions correctly in net.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't a bad thing because I mean, at the same time, even if it was the board, it just means it was there to actually put it back. But then again,
Yeah, like, how is this guy, what is this guy doing? But yeah, I mean, the doubles gameplay looked a lot sloppier than your threes, but I mean, you've been training on
definitely.
threes so much more.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep up with the threes and not really pay too much attention. I don't want that to fuck me up.
You can do ones for a very different game that you can focus on your mechanics and like stuff. Cause
Hey, hold on. What is that? Season 7 sign up now. What are they talking about? I didn't even.
RLCS.
I didn't even. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. When does that?
I'll
When's the
end
deadline for that?
I'll end the video here. That's I think March is when the thing goes on.
Okay, I'm fuck it. Once I get our team, once I get the team, I'm signing this up.
For sure.